Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll try to understand the areas section which is available on the right hand side of the pivot table in the task pane. So there are in this task pane, the areas is the option or the section where you are going to play with the data. Yeah. So you can simply drag your fields from the field section to directly any of the areas which is available here and push it there by left clicking, holding it for a while and just pushing it into the relevant section that you want. Yeah. So we have already learned in the fields pane how you can drag and drop or you can select your data or the fields into a pivot table. Now what we need to learn is what are the sections? Okay, so there are 4 sections as I told you: rows, columns, filters, and values. Okay. Now, what does each of the option does? Rows will help you to select what fields that you want in the row section. Column will help you to understand which fields are required in the column section. Values, what you want to analyze or what you want to calculate. So any value that you want to calculate will appear here. And lastly, if you want to filter your data by any means or any cuts, or you want to have any cuts on your data, it will appear here. So let's explore the row section first. So if you select the field in a pivot table field list, so suppose I'm selecting department now. Yeah. Just checking the box, all the non-numeric field will automatically be added to the rows. So even if I check this box here, it will automatically be added to the row. Whereas if I check any of the numeric fields, it will automatically be added to the values. You need to remember that. It's by default. Excel has become intelligent, and it keeps the things in place where it is required. So right now, let's stick to the rows. So any non-numeric fields will automatically be added to the rows area in order to use select. You can optionally drag those rows as I told you and I have shown you earlier. So the fields that are put in rows area appear as rows in the pivot table. So what are the rows? So if I click on department and move to the rows section here, you can find these are vertically aligned data or the data within those fields. Yeah. So your pivot table with one column containing the row labels, yeah, that is department has been added. And if I want to extend or create a nested data within it, I would add the name of the people within the department. So I'll just pull the name and add it below the department. So you can see it is showing me all the people in various departments. So Amit Trivedi is finance department. There are 2 people in HR. There are 3 people in sales. Yeah. So this way you can create nested data to check or analyze. Yeah. The second point. Now let's go to the column section. So what I want to do, suppose I'll keep this a bit simple as of now. I'll just remove the name from here, or name from here. So we have the departments on the rows. On the columns, suppose I want to have the role, yeah, or the month in which the sales have been done. So I say month or the work hours. So I have 3 months. So this particular row or the column that I have added is the month part. So columns will always provide data horizontally or the headings horizontal. So it will create a matrix. So if you put anything on the rows section will appear vertically and anything on the column section will appear horizontally. So the fields that are put in columns area appear as columns in the pivot tables. Yeah, we have seen this as of now. So you can see that there are only 3 columns now. The first column with row labels, sorry, there are 5 columns now. Yeah, the first column is with the row labels, 3 columns with the month name, and 1 column with the grand total. So the number of rows and column is based on the number of values you have in those fields. Okay. Now let's move to the next part, that is values here. So as I told you earlier, any numeric value you just check in your data. So if my numeric value is days work, so if I check here, it will be automatically added to the values. And it will appear in the values section. So if you see here, this section is totally empty because we have not added any values till now, which needs to be calculated. So I drag days worked over here. And as soon as I put the days worked over here, you can see the empty area in the pivot table would be filled with the data. By default, numeric values are calculated as sum. So it will be automatically summarized department-wise, month-wise, the days worked. Suppose I have added the name, it will also give you subtotal. So if I go to name, if I add name to the rows or columns, so if I add to the column, it will be too much. I'll just add the names to the department. So you can find there is a subtotal that has come for each department. We'll check subtotals in our next section that is available. Where right now I'm just showing you what will happen to the summary that is being pulled right now. So we'll keep our table simple as of now. So this is how you use your rows, columns, and summary values. Now the last section that remains is the filter section. The filter area is to place filters. It's very important section. Suppose you want to display result separately for a specific role. Yeah, or for a specific month. Yeah. What I can do is I can just drag the month or I can just drag the role as of now because role is a different thing. So I drag the role in filters. And you will find above the pivot table, there is a new section that has appeared. This is called filters. So whatever field that I have added in filters will appear here as filters. Now I can filter the data. So I can click on the arrow next to it and I can say I only want the executives in all the departments and how much time they have worked. So I click on an executive, I say okay. So you can see sales, in sales only we have the executive. I can have multiple selection as well. So I can say select multiple here and I can select multiple roles from my table. So I can have operations manager being selected. I say, okay. You can see operations and sales, and you have the month being selected or the data being shown only for those two rows. Yeah, because I have added filter onto the row. I can have multiple filter. I can have a month also as a filter. So I can only have for Jan month. So I can say role the I can have all the roles and I can say show me the data only for Jan. Yeah, so I can say only for Jan. So I can play around with my filters to filter out the necessary data that I require. And we can filter out multiple data as well because it gives you to select multiple items. So therefore, if someone is looking at the pivot table, it is not immediately obvious of what values are filtered. Excel provides you another tool called Slicer, which will look into a subsequent section, which can be used for this particular purpose. The idea behind today's session was to make you understand what are the various options available in the area section of pivot of the task pane that is available on the right hand side. Hope you understood this entire area section. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with your colleagues who want to learn Excel. Do comment if you want me to cover any of the topics which are relevant for your day-to-day work. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because that's how you're going to get all my videos directly to your inbox automatically. Yeah. Thank you so much.